Hi, so today I'm going to show you a step-by-step tutorial to answer MCQ type of questions in IELTS reading. So the passage that we have here is about zoo conservation programs. And these are the three questions that we have to answer on the basis of this passage. So what's the first thing that we do? We skim the questions. When I say skim the questions, we are going to underline the keywords as well. So what are the keywords here? It's the name of some document. Robin Hill Adventure Park, it's the name of a park. What word best describes the writer's response to the Colin Trudge's prediction? It's the name of a person. So again, this is important. So once we are done finding the keywords, we'll skim the passage really fast and we'll find the location or the relevant section where we can find the answers of these questions. So first we are looking for WZCS document. So if we see in the passage, I see WZCS here. Here is what it talks about. Now, let's see. The first option is to improve the caliber of zoos worldwide or to identify zoos suitable for conservation practice. Improve, identify, provide funds, list the endangered species. And what is it talking about here? It says that although an important and welcome document does seem to be based on an unrealistic optimism about nature of the zoo industry, it estimates that there are about 10,000 zoos in the world, of which around 1,000 represent a core of quality collections capable of participating in coordinated conservation programs. Is the first failing. I believe that this is serious underestimate of total number of places masquerading as zoological establishments. Of course, it's difficult to get accurate data, but to put the pressure issue into perspective, I have found that in a year of working in Eastern Europe, I discover fresh zoos on almost a weekly basis. Okay, so here they're talking about discovering or finding new zoos. The second flaw, now they have started to talk about the problems. Let's see if there is anything here. So zoos were originally created as places of entertainment and their suggested involvement with conservation didn't seriously arise until about 30 years ago when Zoological Society of London held the first formal international meeting on the subject. And then a series of world conferences took place. This was the name. And from this point onwards, conservation became zoo community's buzzword. This commitment has now been clearly defined in the World Zoo Conservation Strategy. So what commitment is being described? The conservation. And where they are talking about conservation? Here. This could be one possible answer. Let's see if we can eliminate the others. Have they talked about funds anywhere? I don't see it. So we can eliminate it. Improve the caliber of zoos worldwide. It's not mentioned here that it was going to do something to the zoos which were all over the world. So we can safely eliminate it. To list the endangered species, there was nothing about species. So we can eliminate this one as well. So we can see that B could be the right answer. This is the first round. Let's go ahead. Next, why does the writer refer to Robin Hill Adventure Park? Now, while skimming, I could see that Robin Hill Adventure Park is here. So let's see what they are talking about and what answer we can match with it. Yeah, which may be considered most notorious collection of animals in the country. This establishment, which for years was protected by IELTS local council, was finally closed down following a damning report by a veterinary inspector appointed under the terms of Zoo Licensing Act. As it was always a collection of dubious dispute. Dubious means doubtful. Dubious repute. One is obliged to reflect upon standards that Zoo Federation sets when granting membership. Okay. Why does writer refer to Robin Hill Adventure Park? So we have to look into the purpose. We are looking for purpose here. Why is he talking about here? To support, to criticize some act, to illustrate a weakness in this document, to exemplify means to increase or to amplify, to show more about the standards of these documents. So these are complete nouns that we can look for to see if this park relates to them in any way. So it says that it was just closed down under this Zoo Licensing Act. It does not say anything about that. It criticized that the park was used to, criticize the Zoo Licensing Act. It's not said here. Here, the Licensing Act is talked about in another manner. To support the Isle of Wight Local Council, it says Isle of Wight, which is considered most notorious, this establishment protected by the Isle's local council. Okay, now it was protected by the Isles local council, which viewed it as tourist amenity. Now, did it say that this park's supported? No. It's said that the Isles local council supported the park. So it's completely opposite information. So again, we can eliminate this one. Next, here comes the AAZPA zoos. The greatly respected American Association of Zoological Parks and Aquariums has had extremely dubious members, and in the UK, the Federation of Zoological Gardens of Great Britain and Ireland had occasionally had members that have been roundly censured in the national press. So, this has been censured in the national press. So, what does it mean? Why would anybody censor somebody? It could be weakness. It could be C. Did it increase the standards? No. It's talking about the weaknesses that came out. It's not talking about that the standards of this organization were exemplified or were increased by this, by the park, or a writer has any intention of saying that. So it just says that AAZPA had extremely doubtful members and occasionally had members that have been roundly censured in national press. These include this park, right? So it's not exemplifying, it's not praising the AAZPA. Coming to 25th, what word best describes the writer's response to Colin Trudge's prediction on captive breeding programs? So let's see if in our skimming we were able to find where we could see Colin Trudge's prediction or captive breeding programs. So I can see the name here. Even assuming that WZCS 1000 core zoos are all of high standard, complete with scientific staff and research facilities, trained and dedicated keepers, accommodation that permits normal or natural behavior, and a policy of cooperating fully with one another, what might be potential for conservation? So he's asking a question here. Remember, he's asking a question. So let's see what kind of attitude the writer has. Colin Tudge, the author of Last Animals at the Zoo, argues that if the world's zoos work together in cooperative breeding programs, then even without further expansion, they could save around 2,000 species of endangered land vertebrates. This seems an extremely optimistic. So here it talks about something that is very positive. Proposition from a man who must be aware of the failings and weaknesses of the zoo industry. The man who, when a member of Council of London Zoo, had to persuade the zoo to devote more of its activities to conservation. Moreover, where are the facts to support such optimism? So this last sentence, where are the facts to support such optimism? Does this show that the author agree with him or disagree with him? What does the author do? Does he agree or disagree? Is he accepting the fact? Is he positive? No, because he has a question. He asked a question here. Prejudiced means Does he had a bad opinion about something? No, no, this is wrong. I don't believe it. This is not right. So is he having some kind of prejudice against something? It looks like impartial. Impartial means neutral. He's equal. He doesn't feel either right or wrong. So is he impartial? Is he neutral? No, he's not neutral because he asked a question here. It means there is something going on in his mind. He has a particular opinion. Disbelieving. Does he believe what Colin Touch has predicted? When the writer is asking question, moreover, where are the facts to support such optimism? When a person is asking for facts, it means he is not believing in you. He wants some evidence to accept what you are saying. So the most probable answer is disbelieving. After we have carefully skimmed, scanned, eliminated, and verified our answers, we are going to transfer the answers to the answer sheet. So I hope, friends, this tutorial was helpful for you. If you need any more tutorials like this, you can comment below and I will be more than happy to help you. Thank you.